Good evening, everyone. Let me get the chat here. Oh, yeah, you got that right, Emily. The cat in the thumbnail is Fluffy. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Emily. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Shawnee. Here's Dino. Give me your Dino. Your Dino. Guess he doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah. Fluffy's the one that got spayed last week. She's doing real well. It took a few days for her to get back to normal. But she's doing just as good, if not better now than she was. Here's Domino. Yeah, last night Fluffy slept up on my pillow all night. She hasn't done that in a long time. Let me get back to chat here. Well, I'm just going to start at the top again. Say hello to everyone. In case anyone missed it. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Emily. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Shawnee. Hello, Barbara. Yep, fortunately, we haven't got any snow here. Been a couple weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. And it's unlikely that we'll get any. If we do, it'll be absolute minimal at this time. But I don't think we're going to get anything. Forecast is looking good through the middle of March. So, I think it's in the past. Hello, Josh. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Lori. Hello, Troy. Okay, I think I said hello to everyone. And if I missed anyone, just let me know. Well, my arm still bothered me some. Not as bad as it was, but it still is bothering me some. Last night, had trouble going to sleep because of it. Just got to sleep. And then I woke up to a big crash. The big cedar tree that got struck by lightning a few years back. And it pretty much killed the tree. There wasn't much live left on it. And it split the tree. Well, that came down. But fortunately, it broke off up in the air, probably 10, 15 feet. And then when it fell, the top broke out of it. So where it landed, it was all open. If it broke off close to the ground, it would have taken some more trees down with it. Where it landed, didn't do any other damage except for taking my electric fence down. And I don't think that's going to hurt the fence. Just I won't be able to use that until I can get someone to cut it up for me. And then, of course, then I had to try to fall back asleep again. And my arm hurt, and that wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Hello, Anne. Hello, Reverend Joe. Hello, Ace. You get the snow you were hoping for, Ace? Well, it looks like we got 18 people in here. Oh, Joanne, look who came over. Here you go, Superman. You gonna lay down? There you go. Good boy. Well, I was hoping to get some. I know you were looking forward to it, Ace. Yep, Emily, Superman's my best friend. Yeah. Joanne loves Superman. Oh, Reverend Joe, send it to Ace. Hi, buddy. What happened to my arm? Well, last Friday, my car's leaking coolant. I knew it was getting low on coolant. If it gets too low, the heater won't work in it when it's idling. Well, I forgot to add any to it. And last Friday morning, I went to the produce giveaway. And I knew I'd be sitting there in line. It was very cold morning. So I wanted to make sure I was going to have heat. So I tried to add in some coolant to it. Well, I did end up adding the coolant to it. My hands were cold. It was 32 degrees that morning. Car was covered with frost. Well, I was trying to lift the hood with my right hand and reach for the prop rod with my left hand. Well, the hood ended up slipping out from my hand. So I had to reach up with my left hand to catch the hood so it didn't come down and crush both of my hands. And of course, the hood's coming down with some force, and I'm trying to grab it, and I pulled a muscle in my left arm. It's been hurting pretty bad right up in this part of my arm. And then Monday, 3 days after it happened, I noticed, I don't know if you can see it, but I got a bruise here on my lower arm, which had to have come from that. So I've been dealing with that. It's better than it was, but it's still bothering me. So hopefully that will heal up here soon. I've been taking some acetaminophen for it, but I've been trying not to take too much of that. There were a couple of days I took it twice during the day. Now I'm just trying to take that once a day unless I really have to take it a second time. Dino, what are you doing over there? Dino's knocking boxes down. So that's a story on my arm. I know I missed a few people here. Going back to catch them now. Hello, Tony. Hello, DJ. Hello, Sue. Hello, Judy. I'm glad your kitten's doing a little bit better, Judy. I know she's got a ways to go, but sounds like she's on the right track. Hello, Demoose. Oh, yeah, Joanne, it was a big ouch. Thank you, Judy. Sure does, Ace. The last time when we got just about half inch, I didn't even shovel then. But that we got in January. Had to shovel that. That didn't go away so quick. Nothing like it is up north, but that's so much. That did stay for a while. Hello, Haig. Hello, Katie. Oh, definitely, Anne. Because there was nothing I could do with my right hand once it slipped out. Couldn't do anything with that. Wasn't in the position to. If I didn't catch that with my left arm, it would have crushed both of my hands. And also, where I had the car parked isn't where I normally park at. And the front end was slightly lower than the back. So it just had more momentum there to come down. Because normally where I park at the front end is a little bit higher than the back end. Well, it's good to hear, Judy. Hello, Gary. Well, you got a heat wave up there, Emily. Did I say hello to you, Wanda? I can't remember. So hello, Wanda. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's 3 inches too much, Katie. Hello, Ed. Yeah, that's what we had for high here today, Lori. We were in the low 50s. Gonna be in the 60s tomorrow, then 70s on Friday. There's just one day. And then Saturday, it's supposed to be a very cold, rainy day. And then back up again. Hello, Pink Sparkle. Yes, we have been missing Josh. That's right, Judy. Thank you, Anne. Thank you for gifting those memberships. Gifted memberships went to TNT Adventures, The Rambling Peak, Karen Spear, Joe McGraw, and Steve Harloha. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. Yeah, past year's been tough on you, Josh. Be nice if things would start to look up for you. Well, I'm going to check on the weather here. At 42. And we're going down to the low 30s tonight. That's cold, Gary. I'm in the south, but you're in the deep south. Well, Tony, it doesn't look like those hot springs are keeping your temperature up much. Oh, that's good, DJ. Glad things are getting better for you. Well, I had some help working on my new gate today. And hopefully in the next day or two, they'll be up. And that's going to make it a lot easier to get in the yard with that. Plus, the old one's just falling right apart. Now I got to get the walkway finished up. So if everything goes good, in a few days that project should be done. Oh, yeah. That wind's been ferocious. Yep, I'm going to do that, Haig. Don't know if you were in here when I was telling about my cedar tree, Judy. But do you remember that big cedar tree that was struck by lightning a few years back? That had pretty well died, and the lightning strike just splintered the inside of the tree. Well, that came down about 1, 2 o'clock this morning. Okay, Lori. I don't have the dogs here yet, Emily. I still need to get the T-post to get the fence done that they're going to be in. That's cold, Pink Sparkle. The walkway's going to be made out of boards. I'm using deck boards for it. I'll actually show how I'm putting that together. Yeah, I wish I could get them here, Emily, but there are specific requirements for the fence for them, so I got to get that done. And the T-posts I'm going to need, because they're tall ones, are $8 a piece. You know, that's funny, Pink Sparkle, how up where you are, it was a mild winter. Because I know in the northern part of the United States, it was not a mild winter by any means. That's Batman behind me. Yeah, he's actually my oldest cat. He'll be... Hey, take it easy. Well, that's Daisy. See, my laptop was walking away. Daisy was behind it messing with it. Yeah, Batman will be turning 7 on April 28th. And then Oriole, very close behind him, he'll be turning 7 on May 13th. Yeah, and we've hurt my arm there. That put me behind on stuff a little bit. You domino. Hey. Doing? She just kissed me on the nose. Just gonna sit here in my lap. Yeah, in case you wonder where Superman went, he went over to lay in front of the heater. There was the man from the future. Hello, Jonesy. Well, I took my garbage to the dumpster yesterday. That's what I like about the county just having dumpsters out in random places. And I can just take trash to the dumpster whenever. They also will pick up in front of my house, too. But then I'd have to have it out there Tuesday morning. It's just easier for me to throw it in the dumpster when I'm driving down the road. Yeah, I know. It's not cheap to get rid of trash in New York. But here, the county takes care of it. And like I said, they'll pick it up at your house. But for me, it's just easier to take it and throw it in one of the dumpsters. Yes, Gary. She was talking to the real Batman. This is the real Batman. Why do you think I said that, Gary? I knew you were going to say that back to me. My son's still having issues with his car because the garage that they were using to do the work in, there's very limited times that they've got access to that garage. And since they couldn't get that strip bolt out of it last Saturday, they haven't had a chance to be able to use that garage again. So I don't know if this coming Saturday they're going to be trying it again or when the next time they're going to try it. But I was talking to him this morning, and he said that's still what's holding him up is that strip bolt. Okay, Emily. You can go on YouTube Studio and add moderators from there also. I can't, it's been so long since I've done it, I can't tell you exactly how you do it. But there is a way to do it. I'll try to catch your next live. But usually, I get barely missed your lives. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that super chat, Ace. That didn't sound like fun, Tony. I think I've only caught 2 of Emily's live, Wanda. But usually, either I won't realize I've got the notification, or I don't get the notification until after the live is over. Okay, Josh, thanks for stopping in. Oh, you're welcome, Emily. If you know how to go into YouTube Studio and check to see who your moderators are, that's where you do it from. Well, I just can't remember how to get to that point without going and doing it. But where you check who your moderators are, you can type a channel name in there. Hello, Kimberly. I hope everything turns out good with your test, Kimberly. Yeah, I'll definitely send prayers your way. I baked a pizza the other night. I got one of those small frozen pizzas at the grocery store. And now that I have an air fryer again, they will put it in there, and with a breakfast pizza. Wasn't too bad. I've had better, but I did get a cheap brand too. I forgot what the brand was. Brand I'd never heard of before. But it wasn't too bad. Thank you, Jonesy. I appreciate that. And Jonesy sends super chats all the time. Thank you, Jonesy. Your notifications are hit and miss. Hello, Armored Sweatpants. Well, Wanda, we're not much warmer here than you are up there. When I checked a few minutes ago, it's 42 here. I knew you would know exactly how to do that, Gary. Thank you, Haig. Haig just gifted 5 memberships. Um, One here got fancy lettering. I can't quite make it. I think it's something Treasure Trails, White Rock Homestead, Scott, Lucy. There should be one more. Oh, no, this has happened before. Someone will gift 5 memberships and only 4 will show up. Actually, I think last time it happened, it was someone gifted 10. Only 9 showed up. But then when I checked after the live, there was 10 showing in YouTube Studio. But thanks again, Haig. I appreciate that. Well, sorry to hear that, Wanda. Pneumonia can be nasty. There was a convenience store chain around here, Casey's, they have excellent pizza. Kind of pricey, especially the way I like to customize my pizzas a little bit. But they do have good pizza. One thing I haven't had in several years I'd love to get is a garlic pizza with extra cheese, onions, peppers, and mushrooms. But by the time I add the extra stuff on that, that would be, I think, when I checked on it, it was going to be, I think it was around $25. I think just under $25. So I think I'm going to get stuff and make my own pizzas. Especially now that I've got a way to bake them. Oh, good. Thank you, Reverend Joe. BC Treasure Trails. I couldn't make out the BC. Because I'm trying to read this on my phone. It's not all that big. Hello, Teresa. Okay, thank you, Ace. You don't scare people away, Ace. I've actually been to that channel before. It's been a while, but I have been there. Be careful, Gary. You're getting exhausted, and that draws your immune system down. You can't work 75 hours every single week. I understand why you're doing that. I definitely understand it, but you don't want to overdo it and end up getting sick from it. Oh, I'm fine with pineapple on pizza, Jonesy. There's only a few things I don't want on pizza. The traditional pizza sauce, olives, anchovies, and any kind of hot peppers. But pretty much anything else, I'm fine with being on a pizza. Thank you for that prayer, Anne. I know Wanda appreciates that. Hello, Aaron. I'm not doing too bad. Um, let's see. Y'all, the animals are doing good. I don't know if you see him, but Sanford's laying next to me here. He's got to go back to the doctor on Friday for his 2-week follow up. He's still coughing some, but he's not as bad as he was. And his eye is looking much better now. I did notice this morning that his eyelid was partially over his eye again, but not as bad as it was. So we'll see what she's got to say about that. I'm thinking she may do another treatment on for the ear mites. And then probably will give him a booster on an antibiotic. Because it's been 12 days on it. So what he's got going on in his throat there should be completely healed up now. And it doesn't seem to be. Hello, Anne-Marie. Surprised to see you here tonight. I know you're up to see the sunrise every morning. I see the pictures you post on Facebook. Oh yeah, a good mix of cheese. That is good, Reverend Joe. Hello, Sherry. Yep, there's several sauces that I'll put on a pizza. Just not the traditional pizza sauce. Yeah, I know, Anne-Marie. For you to be outside taking pictures at 6 o'clock in the morning, I know you usually not up this late. Yeah, I can't eat celery anymore, Pink Sparkle. I used to like celery with peanut butter, but that's just not something I can eat no teeth. Okay, Wanda, you have a good night. I hope you get feeling better. Okay, sounds good, Wanda. Yeah, I need to get a dishwasher, Emily. I don't do many dishes at a time because it bothers me so bad staying at the sink. It's still just 2 or 3 minutes staying at the sink. Bothers me so bad. And I'm using paper plates right now. And that really cuts back on the amount of dishes I have to wash. And I'm gonna start making some more foods now that I got my air fryer to be able to cook it. But with just the microwave, I've been eating a lot of prepared frozen foods, TV dinners, and burgers and chicken patties and stuff. So that stuff, there's no dishes from that. Well, I'm sure you'll be up in time, Anne Marie, but you might not actually see the sunrise. But boy, I can tell when it's a cloudy, rainy morning here. When I wake up and it's just barely light in here, I'm thinking, well, it must be 6:30 or so. If I look at the clock, it's 9 o'clock. Well, I guess today's going to be a nasty day. The refrigerator is doing great, Emily. I had to turn the freezer 1 notch colder. The refrigerator still set at the recommended level, and that's cool and nice. And the freezer, when I had that at what they recommend, stuff wasn't froze quite as much as I'd like to have it froze. So I turned that 1 notch colder, and now everything's freezing nice in there. Hello, Tales Told in the Dark. They sure do, Reverend Joe. Like my diesel heater talks to me. You turn it on, start heating. Then when you shut it off, it'll say stop heating. Then it goes through the shutdown cycle, and then it'll say, um, thank you for using. Have a safe journey. And if there's an error, it'll tell you what the error is. It'll say low fuel or low voltage. You sure are, Aaron. And my phone knows every word I say. Because I can be having a conversation with someone, and then whatever we're talking about later that day and the next day, I'll be getting all kinds of ads about what we were talking about. I haven't heard from Brett in a week or two, Pink Sparkle. I know he's been pretty busy with that job that he's working now. He's working full time, and sometimes they have meetings early in the morning, sometimes late in the afternoon. Yep, pups will make sure you get up, Anne Marie. Oh, the kitty that was behind my head that just got up was Batman. He's my oldest cat. He'll be turning 7 on April 28th. Yep, Joanne knows all my cats. Yeah, Batman's been on the back of the chair here for probably past 3 days, maybe. It's funny how cats will pick out a favorite spot, and that's where they'll be laying all the time, and then all of a sudden they'll move somewhere else. Yeah, Emily, it's kind of annoying and kind of scary too. If that information gets used for the wrong reason. Because someone's getting this information of what you're talking about. So if you talk about where you are or where you're going or whatever, they can get that information too. Okay, you have a good night, Ace. Nope, don't have a cat named Robin. Just Batman. Because if you stand behind him and look down on the top of his head, it looks like a bat. So that's why I named him Batman. Yeah, I've got not me as usual. I've got four cats laying in my bed right now. Fluffy, Dixie, Dino, and Daisy. Superman's actually laying right here next to me. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. See, he turned 4 in December. Hello, DJ Turneroo. Yeah, that's Batman that went back up there again, Emily. Hello, Bussy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad this internet's working out for me. I knew it would. The upload speed is so much faster on it. My upload speed is right around 50 megabytes. And I was lucky if I got 1 megabyte on the Viasat. So that's why it's a lot clearer picture now. Yeah, that's right. Superman's usually not too far from me. He loves laying on me or right next to me. Yeah, my two oldest cats are Batman's the oldest, and then Oreo is the second oldest. Oreo will be 7 on May 13th. And then Daisy turned 4 last October. And then Superman and Dixie turned 4 in December. And then, let me see. And then Dino and Fluffy be turning 2 in April. Teddy will be 2 in August. Domino just turned a year old in December. And then Sanford just turned a year old last week. Yes, they do, Emily. They all love me. Okay, you have a good night, Reverend Joe. Yeah, I'm very happy with the fiber optic. I haven't uploaded anything on it yet, but I know it's going to upload a lot quicker also. Welcome back, Teresa. I'm on the Wave fiber optic now, Anne-Marie. Yeah, it just became available in this area. They're still doing the initial hookups. Yes, it sure does. Fiber optic is really good. And it's a lot cheaper, too. This is going to be $56.95 a month. This month I have to pay more because you have to pay a month in advance. So I'm going to have to pay for 2 months this month, plus 4 extra days. But then, starting in April, it'll be $56.95. And the Viasat is $128.58 a month. I got the Viasat canceled, but they wouldn't cancel me in the middle of a billing cycle. So I still had to pay for this month up until the 19th. And then they'll disconnect it on the 19th. Yes, Emily. I am going to have people on panel. But I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to either email or text links to people. Because I know a lot of channels have had problems just posting the link for people. Yeah, I haven't been on anyone's panel in quite a while because when I had Viasat, there was such a lag in it that it didn't work out well. Because by the time I could hear there were other people talking, I'd be talking over the top of them. And it just didn't work out well. If you want to come up on panel, Emily, I can send you the link. Not tonight, but I probably can do that Sunday. If you want to come up on panel, fine. If not, then you don't have to. Hello, Kevin. If anyone wants me to send you the link to come up on panel anytime, just let me know. Email me or text me. My email address and my phone number are, well, actually, I haven't been putting a description up on my lives. But you'll find them. But you'll find it. It's there. Oh, thank you for sharing it out, Kevin. I appreciate that. Yes, Aaron, I've heard of a Russian Orlov, but I know absolutely nothing about them. I wouldn't even recognize them if I saw a picture of them, but I have heard of them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be hatching out a few chicks because I found one of their hiding spots that the eggs aren't too old, and there's some eggs in there. And then once I took those eggs, they started laying in another spot, so I know there's only 2 days worth of eggs there. So I think I'm gonna hatch them out and then build my flock back up a little bit. And these would be mixed breed because I don't know. I don't know what rooster they were bred from, so I'll just be using these for eggs to sell. I won't be using them in the chick business. Okay, you have a good night, Anne Marie. Yeah, I don't have any dishes that I worry about putting in the dishwasher. I don't have anything fancy at all. Oh, that sounds interesting, Aaron. Yeah, I'll have to look them up. The guineas are doing good, Emily. In fact, I got a couple pictures of them the other night. They were up in a tree. Well, 5 of them were up in a tree. The other 2 were outside of the run trying to figure out how to get back in. And I took a picture of just the normal zoom, well, using the zoom to show actually how high they were up in the tree, and then I zoomed in on them so you could actually see them. I'm going to try to put those pictures in a video. Yeah, I've never seen them for sale anywhere, Aaron. Well, I meant in general, Judy. Yeah, I do have a few pieces. Like you said, that coffee cup that you gave me. Like the plates, saucers, and bowls that I have, they're a set. They're they're just about as cheap as they come. I actually have never used a dishwasher, but it's gets to the point where I can't stand in front of a sink for long at all. Yes, Dawn is my favorite dishwashing detergent by far. Yep, that's right, Tony. And then by using the cheap ones, if one gets broke, oh well. Well, Emily, gonna become hard to do dishes if water doesn't come through, so I guess it was time to get a new one. And Batman looks nice and comfy behind me. Um, what else is there? Yeah, there was way too many chemicals being used, that's for sure. Well, does anyone have any questions for me? Or anything you want me to comment on? Yeah, Superman decided to come back again. You want to get down? Okay. You want to get back up here? What are you going to do? Okay. Okay, Aaron, you have a good night. Yeah, I've had good luck with Dawn cutting grease, Tony. And another thing I like about Dawn is, oh, that's what they say to use on a cat when you bathe them for fleas. So I'm thinking that they're saying to use Dawn, then that must not have as many chemicals and not as harsh of chemicals as some of the others. Oh, Pink Sparkle, my son's still having car problems. I was talking to him this morning, and they've got very limited access to the garage that they're using to work on his car. I'm assuming they'll be able to use the garage again this Saturday. But he's got a strip bolt that they're having trouble getting out. He wants to come as soon as he can. Will you take good care of those kitties, Judy? The dogs are doing good, Emily. And Joanne get to see Superman again. I guess you move my phone so I'm not covering his face up. Oh yeah, Emily. I've always got company. These kitties love me. Yeah, I sure do, Pink Sparkle. Yeah, my cats really love me. And I love them. Yeah, I hope things work out for him too. Yep, they do, Emily. I usually have at least 6 or 7 cats right around me in bed. Never seem to have all 10. There's usually 2 or 3 that won't be there with me. Have a good night, Joanne. Yep, definitely, Pink Sparkle. You know, they've all accepted me as one of the cats. Yep, 10 cats. You know, if I was threatened, I think they would protect me. Have a good night, Tony. Have a good night, Haig. Well, coming up onto an hour and a half here. 1 hour, 27 minutes. So I think I'll end this at the bottom of the hour. So if anyone's got any questions, give them in chat quick. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. And here comes Domino back again. Have a good night, Pink Sparkle. Have a good night, Marianne. I have another live Sunday at 5:30 Central. And if anyone wants to come up on panel, send me a text or an email. And I am going to get better about checking the text on that other number. I know some of you have waited close to 2 weeks before I respond back. I don't get many texts on that number, and I just forget to check it. But my goal is to check it at least once a day. So just let me know, and I'll send you the link. Because I'd rather do that than just post a link here and then have to deal with people that shouldn't be coming up on panel. Okay, I'll send you the link anyways, Emily. And if you don't want to come up, then that's fine. But if you do, then you'll have the link. Okay, 10 more seconds, and we'll be at an hour and a half. Okay, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. And thank you for the gifted membership, super chats. That stuff is all very much appreciated. Okay, have a good night, everyone.